Today we're going to talk about nonfiction. Nonfiction is one of the genres that you're going to be reading this year, and what you need to know about nonfiction is that non, prefix for non, means not. Fiction means fake, okay, or not true. So basically what you need to know is that nonfiction is a true account of something or someone. So here's a definition for nonfiction. Nonfiction is prose writing that is based on facts, real events, and real people. Now, prose writing is going to be groups of words that form sentences, sentences into paragraphs, and paragraphs into pages or chapters. Okay? We have 5 different subgenres of nonfiction, so we're going to go through each one of those. The first subgenre, S-U-B-G-E-N-R-E, subgenre, is informational. Now, if you see informational, it has the word inform. Okay, so this particular subgenre is going to inform you of something. So if you'll open up your flap and write down, informational is any text that is factual. It's usually about the natural or social world. When I think of informational, I think of your science book, I think of your history book, I think of newspapers, magazines, and other things such as that. That's based on fact. The next subgenre is biography. And biography is interesting because bio means life. Okay? So the second subgenre of nonfiction, biography, is it tells the story of a person's life. Again, it is full of facts. You will see pronouns in this particular piece, such as he, she, they, and them. Now keep in mind, when there's a biography, it's going to probably have the beginning of that person's life all the way up to present time, or possibly until they have passed on. Okay? So the third is going to be autobiography. Now, an autobiography, we have auto. Auto means self. Bio means life. And graph means study of. Okay, so when you think of an autobiography, it is a story about a person's life written about that person. So when you write about yourself and experiences that you've had, you are writing an autobiography. You're explaining your emotions, you're explaining experiences that you've had, and you will use pronouns such as I, me, my, we, us, and mine. It's a story about you, written by you. The fourth subgenre would be the diary. Now, a diary is a record that a person keeps on a regular basis, and it's often dated. Most of the time girls do this. They write about their thoughts and feelings, and they date it and tell what happened for the day. You have pronouns such as I, me, my, we, us, and mine. Now these diaries are usually short little excerpts kept. Even though there is a series of books called The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, those aren't technically a real diary under the nonfiction genre. That diary is a fiction piece. However, I do want you to know that you will be studying the Diary of Anne Frank, which is a young lady who lived during the Holocaust, and she explains her journey until the Nazis find her family in hiding. It's definitely a great book. The last one is going to be a memoir. Now, when you look at memoir, that looks like memory. And so if you think about it, that's a great way to remember what a memoir is. It's a memory. It's similar to an autobiography, and it's a reflection on how an author overcame a personal struggle or another life-changing event. And they usually talk about a lesson that they learned in this memoir. Although I don't have it written down, you might want to go ahead and make yourself a note where you're writing down the pronouns. And those pronouns, let me put them up here real quick. Again, it's going to be I, me, my, we, us, them, and so on. So these are your pronouns that you will see in a memoir. Okay, so these are your 5 subgenres for nonfiction, and you need to make sure that you understand them. You have the definitions, so when I give you a piece of literature, you can read it and you should be able to analyze it and be able to tell which one of these 5 subgenres that piece is. Okay, bring back your notes to class and be ready to apply.